Hi, my name is Paige Moore, or the newly minted Dr. Moore, and I am a three-time graduate of NC State. I've been here for a long time. I was here for undergrad, my master's, I worked here for a while, and then I'm getting my Ph.D. here in public administration. So I'm graduating in spring of 2024 from the School of Public and International Affairs. So why so long at NC State? That's a great question. So let's see, I came here as part of, I graduated from an early college, actually. So I got my associate's degree and high school diploma when I graduated. And I was one of the early graduates from those programs, and when you graduate from them, you basically have an agreement that if you decide to continue your education, you're supposed to go to an in-state university, and that's because all of your credits transfer, and it's also supposed to keep you close to home. So I knew that I wanted to go to an in-state, I knew I wanted to go to an in-state college, and so I really liked that NC State was big. You know, my high school being an early college didn't have sports teams or anything like that, so I really wanted to go to a larger school where I was a little fish in a big pond and kind of like, you know, get lost in the atmosphere and like become part of something that was larger than myself. And you know, I obviously liked NC State because I've stayed here for a really long time. I first came here in 2011, graduated with my undergraduate degree in political science in 2014, and then I worked as a temp here for a while, and then I was an advisor over in social work, got my master's in social work, and then went right into my PhD program through COVID. So you're not supposed to ask a PhD student or graduate about their research because you'll talk about it forever and you'll get someone stuck in an elevator. But my research focuses on policing, social equity and policing. That's my big umbrella. So I see myself as a social equity scholar, and then underneath that I focus on culturally competent solutions to community problems, and then also policing and where policing falls into that. So my dissertation research specifically focuses on the administrative burden of police complaints processes and who actually gets excluded from them. During one of my first classes here, I had a history professor, and it was one of those big lectures where you have like 200 and something students, right? It was like intro into like Mediterranean history, or it's one of the really popular ones. It's like Greek and Roman history or something like that. And my professor said something along the lines of NC State trains leaders. If you're not a leader, you don't belong at NC State. And I was like, that really stuck with me. Like, if I'm going to be here and I'm going to get my degree and graduate, I have to contribute to something larger than myself. So if you're looking to start a PhD program, or if you're looking to go to grad school in general, the best advice that I can give to anyone who's wanting to start on that journey is that whatever the reason you have for starting grad school, it can't be, I don't know what I want to do with my life, I'm just looking for a place to tread water until I find a job. That is not the right way to go about this, right? So graduate school takes a lot of self-discipline, it takes a lot of rigor, it takes a lot of commitment, not only for you, but also for family members, like spouses, partners, people in your life. If you've got kids, like, they are all going through this journey with you. So you have to make sure that whatever the reason is, it's your reason. You want this degree. And you have to make sure that that reason is a good enough reason to last you 2 years for your master's, or whether you're part-time, if you're going to take a little bit longer, right? And sometimes, like, there are people that take 10 years to graduate with their PhD when they go part-time. So whatever your reason is, it has to be good enough to stick with you through that entire process. And you also need to make sure that you have a really good support system, because like I said, these people are going through this journey with you. So you need to develop your network of people, whether that's your support network is going to be like obviously your spouses, your family. They need to be on this journey with you. So fondest memories at NC State. I loved going to the football games. Like, that's always a good time. The tailgating is like a great experience. Like, you gotta go. Even if you're not going to NC State, you should definitely go to the tailgate, just because going to the tailgate is just a really memorable experience, and it's great. And then also when I was an undergraduate, we used to play this zombie game. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but it was like zombies versus humans, and you know, now that I look back on it, it's the way that people reacted and like the panic and everything, and then living through a pandemic. Probably there's something to unpack there, but but we used to play the zombie game on campus, and that was a good time. The Howling Cow ice cream. Every time I bring people to campus, I tell people that those are my cows, right? Because I pay into NC State. There's got to be at least one out there that's my cow, right? So I say that, you know, these are my cows, and that NC State makes the ice cream, and so that's what and also I would say one of my fondest memories is, of course, defending my dissertation and being done, because, you know, I was just so nervous and just so much pent-up energy, and then when they told me that I had passed, it was just like, oh, thank God. Just the relief that I felt, and just knowing that it was done, and that I had you know, reached this point in my career. So it was such an achievement for me. My name is Dr. Paige Moore. I am a 3-time graduate of NC State. I got my undergraduate degree here in political science, my master's degree in social work, and my Ph.D. in public administration. I am graduating in May of 2014, and go Pack!